Hello guys, Big Dog here. Hope you're all good. It's been a considerable time since I made a video, so I thought I would make one, and kind of thinking what I could make one about. And one of the things that since I've been in the Raided, I've been looking at, and I guess collectively we've been looking at a lot more closely, um, and that's kind of war planning. How and when to do attacks, who should be attacking what, to give you the best chance of winning. And with the kind of wars that we get, particularly range wars where everything's completely evenly matched, who attacks what, as well as skill level, obviously. So the kind of planning and strategy is equally important. So I just wanted to talk about kind of, I guess, my ideal way a war would be run. And for the large part, I think we do this. But the challenges are the realities of people's schedule. Not everybody can attack at the times that are ideal. So, you know, this may not be completely achievable. People aren't robots. But in terms of what I see as the perfect kind of order and strategy of how to attack, I thought it might be worth talking about it a little bit. So the first thing you do, these are the current opponents that we've got. On paper, it looks quite a lopsided match. They've got 7-11s to our, I think we've got 5, yeah, and more 10s than we do. But the first thing to do, and again, you know, this sounds obvious, I suppose, is ignore the colour of the town hall. That's not what you're up against defensively. It is what you're up against offensively. So it doesn't take account of 0.5s. So for 0.5s for offense purposes, i.e. looking what you're up against, you go up a town hall. So a 10.5 is an 11 as far as... it's my doorbell, hang on a sec. So 11s offensively, or 10.5s offensively go up a level. So you're facing an 11 offense. So when you're counting what you're up against, it's right to say you're against 7 Town Hall 11s. But when you're looking at defensively, as in you attacking them, you go down. So 10.5s need to be classed as 10s, not 11s in terms of how you attack them. I hope that makes sense. So, for example, this 7, their base number 7 has no eagle and has Town Hall 10 defenses for the large part. So he needs to be counted as a Town Hall 10 when you're planning attacks. Ignore the colour of his Town Hall. Equally, the 10.5s they've got need to be seen as 9s when you're looking at and planning attacks. No Infernos, essentially it's a Town Hall 9 and should be hit either by a 9 or one of your 10.5s. So that sounds pretty obvious, but it's easy just to kind of look at the map and count what you're up against. So if you actually look at what we are up against in terms of us attacking them, they've got 6 11s, they've got 5 10s and 1 10.5, so that's 6 10s. For all intents and purposes, they've got 3 9.5s and 5 9s, so 8 9s. Again, you count the 9.5s as 9. So why does that matter? Well, the first thing, so the common wisdom is 11s cannot 3-star 11s, and 10s cannot 3-star 10s of their own weight, right? That for the large part is true, but like any kind of rule, the proof is in the exception. It's down to base design. There are certain 11s that other 11s can 3-star. Same with 10s. So the first thing when you're planning attacks, you know, the normal logic would be 10s hit up on the 11s, is get your 11s to look at. Obviously this is prep day, so these aren't the bases they're going to use in war, but as we've already said, this is a 10.5. This should not be hit up by a Town Hall 10. This needs to be a Town Hall 11 3-star attempt. Equally, have a look through the legit 11s and get your 11s to decide realistically if they think they could 3-star any of these 11s. Now I know again these aren't going to be the bases that will be used, but if I was looking at this base as an 11, I would say I've got a pretty good chance of 3-starring that. It's worth an 11 fresh hit in my view. He's got 2 single tower Infernos, quite a compact base. It's probably going to be a tough one for a 10 to 2-star anyway. I would say get an 11 fresh hit, 3-star, attempt that. If he misses, Town Hall Centralise, he's going to get 2 anyway. But that to me looks like a good target for a Town Hall 11 3-star. So, start of the war, we are saying Town Hall 10s are not to attack 3 or 7. Now again, this is prep day, these aren't the real bases, this may all change. All the other 11s are cleared for Town Hall 10 hit-ups and for them to plan on that. So the next thing to do is look at are there any 10s that are easy 2-stars for Town Hall 9s? And what I mean by that is, are there any silly anti-3 10s with very exposed town halls that you can take advantage of? And if we look at their bases, there are a couple like that. So for example, base 10. Again, prep day bases, I know, but just using an example. So this town hall is exposed. A town hall 9 could pretty easily come in, take the town hall, and get percentage for 2. Equally, their base 12. Again, town hall exposed, pretty spread out, easy to get the percentage. This is verging on a 9.5. I'm calling it a 10 just because it's got 1 Inferno. But again, easy 2-stars that 9s, if you've got them spare, can hit up. So the first thing is just to look through the bases and just look at what you would do outside the norm. So the norm is all the 11s get hit by 10s, and all the 10s, get hit by 11s or 10s. But have a look, can 9s hit up? Are there any that 11s can try and 3-star? Once you've done that, normal kind of order once war starts is you, as quickly as possible, want to get the 9s 3-starred, and that means all of the 9s being ready to go near the start of war. First 3-4 hours of war, all the 9s should have gone in. Then you can see what 10.5s you need to dip to clean, and also get the 10.5s to do peer attacks on their 10.5s. At the same time, you want your Town Hall 10 hit-up squad to have done their attacks first 3-4 hours. We've got so many great 10s that can hit up on 11s, but I think again, perfect world, identify who your best 2 or 3 are, get them to jointly plan and do their hit ups within the first 3 to 4 hours. Get the 11s 2-starred and out of the way. So once you've got the 11s 2-starred that you're going to attack with 10s, and the 9s and 9.5s 3-starred, then you can look at what you've got left. Obviously, any 9s left can be used to try and 2-star 10s or scout. The higher 10s that aren't doing hit-ups, and ideally with your hit-up squad, you want kind of your lower 10s to be doing that, because it frees up the higher 10s to then come down and do 3-star attempts on their lower 10s. And then, the very last people to attack should be the 11s. Again, this is all ideal world. The 11s come in with their 3-star attempts on the 11s and 10.5s, and then they come down and smash the remaining 10s. So that's kind of it in an ideal world in terms of, I think, how you would run an ideal war. Like I said, it's not exactly going to be doable in terms of people's timescales, who's on when, but just that kind of few minutes, co-leaders or whoever, looking through at the start of the war and putting a plan together at the start in terms of who should be hitting where and timescales. I mean, it does annoy me. I know people have got their own. We're a global clan, as is every clan I'm in. People kind of are around the world, but we really need to put pressure on getting those 9s hit early, getting those 10 hit ups on 11s done early, so that you're in a better position to plan the rest of the attacks and give you the best chance of coming away with a victory. That's it. I hope I wasn't rambling too much. I hope that made sense. Anything useful? Any comments? Any agreements? Disagreements? Paste in the comments below. Till next time. See you later, guys.